Imagine going to war over a wooden bucket. Sounds bizarre, but that's exactly what happened in 1325 between two Italian city-states, Bologna and Modena. To understand why, we need to go back. Bologna and Modena had a long-standing rivalry, rooted in political and territorial disputes. At the time, Italian cities were divided into two factions: the Guelphs, who supported the Pope, and the Ghibellines, who backed the Holy Roman Emperor. Bologna, being a Guelph city, was in constant conflict with Modena, a Ghibelline city. The tension was already high, and then something strange happened. In 1325, Modenese soldiers stole a wooden bucket from a well in Bologna, an act that would push both cities to war. For Bologna, this wasn't just about a bucket. It was an insult to their honor, and they couldn't let Modena get away with it. Enraged, Bologna raised an army of 32,000 men, one of the largest forces ever assembled at the time. They were determined to reclaim their bucket and their pride. On the other side, Modena wasn't going to back down. With a much smaller force of 7,000 soldiers, they prepared for battle. The two armies met near the village of Zappolino, not far from the disputed territories between the two cities. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Modena's soldiers had a strategic advantage. The terrain near Zappolino favored them. After a brutal day of fighting, the Modenese forces managed to rout Bologna's army, winning a decisive victory. And what about the bucket? Modena kept it as a symbol of their triumph. The bucket, which started as a joke, became a trophy of war. Even after the battle, Bologna's humiliation was deep. They lost not just the bucket, but also some key territory. The bucket itself remains in Modena to this day, a bizarre reminder of one of history's strangest causes for war. But the battle wasn't really about the bucket. It was about power, pride, and the bitter Guelph-Ghibelline rivalry that divided Italy. The Battle of Zappolino showed how deep the political and territorial divisions were in medieval Italy, and how small events could trigger massive consequences. Though the war over the bucket might seem humorous now, it was deadly serious back then. Thousands fought, and hundreds lost their lives. This odd conflict is a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest provocations can lead to the largest battles. So, the next time you see a wooden bucket, remember, in 1325, it sparked one of Italy's strangest and most unforgettable wars. The Battle of Zappolino may have ended with Modena's victory, but its legacy lives on, a peculiar chapter in medieval history.